So, welcome back. I know I took a long time, but really ain't my fault. I just had a lot more to do. Anyways, let's just get back to the funny mapping parts. Because rather unfortunately, uh, is it this or this? So yeah, just, the casual destruction. The sheer fact that it even reached Tibet in the first place, though. That's not the right color. Although, to be fair, China is doing a lot of heavy lifting for the rest of the world. Do you know that it's like banana yellowish color? So yeah, with this, the light is officially vanquished forever. Now, there's still just like no life in the gray areas. It all got consumed by the blight. So, anyways, now China is going to do this. They're gonna annex Indochina. They're gonna annex Indochina. I'm stumbling over my damn words today. English, Don. English. See, eventually, the rather inevitable disaster is swiftly taken care of. So the reason China annexed Indochina was because they were still mad at the Soviet Union for annexing Xinjiang and Mongolia. That was like a decade and a half ago. Over. Oh, I forgot this bit here. Damn it. Where else am I hopelessly oblivious? See, yeah, I'm just gonna merge all of the anarchy zones into one. How did I forget that? And I messed up again. Don't worry, this is still salvageable. Do note that I'm only counting like the anarchy zone is not carved up by great powers in the region. What about those like blight ravaged zones? They're all completely empty of all life, including people. So do with that information what you will. Although the area isn't rendered totally uninhabitable, just uninhabited. That's all. It didn't exactly ruin the land. And, oh, yeah, my computer. This is like my computer's retirement camp. So yeah, just eventually though, this whole thing eaten up. Why am I saying eaten up, bro? So wait a second, that shouldn't have. Ceylon shouldn't have a capital. The Portuguese considered their African colonies just like core provinces. So that's better. Not like this actually matters. What is. What layer is this on? Okay. Mhm. I'm having a big struggle finding. So probably update these. So yeah, anyways. So yeah, Portugal just stocking up their nukes. Like, uh, I don't have an analogy, okay? But anyways, yeah, they become the most heavily nuclear armed state in history now. And on top of that, technically they made like 200-ish, but technically they made like 150-ish, but they gave away those nukes to their newest ally in China. So, although four of them accidentally went boom. Well, four of them accidentally went boom off the coast of Madagascar once. ship the ship crashed into the very fragile Strait of Morocco. Or not the Malacca Strait. Jesus. So yeah, these were. Imagine that one SpongeBob scene that like going up, going. We're like, you're good, you're good, you're good, and then as the entire ship just scrapes away. Now there's no now technically there's no nature in these areas to actually reclaim those cities. So oh wait. So yeah, anyways, if a city accident if a city gets nuked in these areas or any areas ravaged by this uh, the void left behind by this blight thing, I'm going to just erase it. So anyways, back to here. We're gonna have a slow reclamation process of the remainder of Southeast Asia. See, nature is just what little nature remains in Myanmar is slowly reclaiming this bit by bit, which means a lot of languages. Because there's like a lot of languages in here, approximately a lot of languages got wiped out. Now, to be fair, the U.S. did actually evacuate those from the Philippines as a collaboration once they broke off. So, although it kind of just held them hostage in a way. Then they saw that this happened, so they're just sending them back. So anyways, you might ask why I'm using two different shades of gray for this. And this shade of gray I'm using for, like, I don't know, what humanity's reclaiming. So now some plants are being airdropped into the areas in Australia, which means this world lost every last echidna. Because, like, this ish was its habitat, and unfortunately, that was one of the first places annihilated, so. I think they went extinct, and they went extinct in this world probably around, like, 1945 or something. Trust me, this is a very different world, so. There's no flight and expulsion, so Germans still live in this area. Trust me, they're trying to reclaim this. I don't know how those few pixels there stayed out of my purview while having the light just ravage the hell out of everything. Anyways, the most successful efforts are in Siam. I guess just like mainland Eurasia. Although they do find although an expedition down there does find the ruins of the Malacca Strait, and then they realize, wait, what happened to five of these nukes? And then they find what happened here, and they're like, oh, that makes much more sense now. So now I'm gonna do this for this color. If I can find all of, so you might ask why I changed Myanmar's color. Uh, Trying to turn them into a subject state, basically. Now, this is like a slow process. So, yeah. Why does Thailand have so many first level subdivisions? Like, Jesus. Let me just turn these off. Now the fun begins. Hold up. Are these the same color? Are these the same color? Nope. So those are clearly different. So this shouldn't be that color. So Myanmar was awarded with this. Now, in order to preserve their track record, China decides to keep Myanmar, de facto independent. But really, the Chinese government here is controlling everything behind the scenes. In other words, just all of what actually matters. So, yeah, I don't really particularly know what to do next, so I guess tune in. There are probably a few things I should fix, namely whatever is going down over here. Ugh. Probably need to see like the color. Oh, it was this. Can you tell my brain is a bit scrambled? So, anyways, I'm going to put the Philippines back on the map here. So, I think this color, maybe this. Uh, there. And I'm going to give China this de facto control. Because I'm trying to, for some reason, merge de facto and de jure. Now, do note that China technically controls this area, so I guess there was the direct versus indirect annexation zones. So, and also these plants and people were getting airdropped from like around this area. So, ethnically speaking, this new Australia is more or less Chinese. And yeah, they expand, continue rebuilding the Australian ecosystem. And the rest I'll save for later. Since, it's 1955 already, so yeah, thanks for watching.